Hello everyone, it's Becky from Keats Kitchen. Just landed in Phoenix, Arizona last night, and the weather here is beautiful. It's like 55 degrees, which is cold for the natives here, but I'll take that over 20 something, which is what it is in Utah. So anyway, a little neighbor of mine here in the community just brought over some lemons from her lemon tree. I'm going to show you here real quick. So I thought we could make some sunshine lemon bars today from these beautiful lemons that she grew on her tree. So let's go do it. Okay, first we're going to start with juicing these lemons by hand, these beautiful Arizona lemons. It's gonna take a minute. I have a juicer back home in Utah, but don't have one here, so we're doing it the old-fashioned way, but this is how my grandma would have done it. So, and we're gonna save a few of these. We're gonna save these to zest them because we're gonna put zest in this recipe. It makes it really, really good. So, juicing away. First step. Okay, so I have the lemons all juiced. So I have my juice all ready to go. And now I'm going to zest the outside of the lemon. This may take a while because I need about 3 to 4 teaspoons. So when you're zesting, I don't know, a lot of you may know this already, but just be careful not to get any of the, I'll show you there, see where it's white, try not to get any of that in, because once you get down that far, it starts to get bitter. So anyway, I'm gonna zest these and get the amount I need, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So we're gonna start by making the crust of the lemon bars. I do have my oven preheated to 325. And, whoops, I hope you guys can see okay. This kitchen's different than what I have back home. I'm a little bit more limited with space, but I have a cup of salted butter. And to that, I'm going to add 2/3 cup of powdered sugar. I'm going to blend it little by little. And by the way, my butter's nice and soft. It doesn't melt. It softens really nice down here in Arizona. Back home, it kind of takes a while because it's cold. Even though it's warm in the house, it takes a while. Maybe it's the altitude too. So anyway. Blend this up. So back home I have a KitchenAid. I don't have one here, so I have to depend on a hand mixer. Okay, so to this we're going to add our extracts. We're going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of lemon. And the most work you're going to do when making these is juicing your lemons and getting the zest. You can buy lemon juice, and I even believe you can buy lemon zest in like a paste, but you can't beat fresh. And so I just take the time to juice my own lemons and to zest them too. It's worth it. Okay, so then we're gonna add 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract. And then for the vanilla, we're gonna, my hands are yellow from zesting. We're gonna add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much time showing you how to mix that. I'm going to add the rest of my powdered sugar And then to that, I'm going to add 2 cups of flour, and in this is a ½ teaspoon of salt, and I've mixed the salt with the flour. So once I get the powdered sugar in, I'm gonna blend this up, and once that's all blended up, I'm gonna add the flour mixture slowly, and probably eventually use my hands and form it into a ball, and then we'll put it into the pan and bake it, and we'll work on the filling. I forgot, we need to add 1 teaspoon of the lemon zest. Oh, it smells so good, and they're in season right now down here in Phoenix, so I am here at a good time. I'm a bit discombobulated today because I'm in a different kitchen. I mean, I know this kitchen. We've had this place for a couple years, but still. Anyway, please bear with me. I'm going to mix this all in, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're slowly mixing in the flour and the salt. It's starting to get thick, so I haven't added all the flour yet. But from this point on, I'm going to add the rest of the flour, and I won't be able to use this anymore. I'll burn up my blender if I do, so I'll have to use a fork and my hands, and they're clean. So, okay, I'm going to get the rest of this assembled, and I will be right back. Okay, so what I'm doing here, I have all my ingredients in for the crust, and I added all the flour. A little bit too much for my hand mixer. If I had my KitchenAid at home, it'd be easy peasy, but that's okay. We're following traditional recipes and the way my little grandma did it, so she would have done it this way. Anyway, I'm kneading the dough here. As you can see, it's very crumbly, but we're gonna work it through and eventually work it into a ball and then put it in the pan. Okay, washed my hands. So I'm just going to flatten all of this dough out, and I have some parchment paper down too. It'll make it easier to get out of there when it's done baking. So anyway, I'm gonna mush this all down, and when I have it distributed, I'll be back. Okay, that took a minute. I got it. It took me a while, but I got it. And another thing I did to help me is I used this glass. I washed it really good, and I used the bottom of it to manipulate the dough and get it into the corners, so that helped. So I'm going to put this in the oven at 325 for about 15 minutes, and then we will start the filling. Be right back. Okay, now for the filling. So I have a 1.5 cups of granulated sugar in the bowl here. And we're going to alternate the ingredients as we go. So a little bit of lemon juice, an egg, just, yeah, that's how you do it. So we're gonna start. Got 2/3 cup of lemon juice. I have 6 eggs, and I have my vanilla and lemon flavoring out, and then we're gonna add some zest too. Couple eggs. A little more juice. More eggs. Now the weather down here is beautiful. Been outside today and probably go for a golf cart ride with my honey when he gets home. And okay, and then we're gonna add the rest of the juice, lemon juice, the rest of the eggs. You see? Okay. Now to this, we're going to add some lemon zest. I zested all those lemons. It smells so good. I'm gonna have a little bit left over. I might do some lemon bread tomorrow, I don't know. 2 teaspoons of lemon zest. Okay. I'm gonna add vanilla. 3 teaspoons of vanilla. I'll be careful. 1, 2, 3. And then a teaspoon of lemon extract. Mix up. Okay, I gotta check on the dough. Be right back. Okay, the crust is done. I'll show that to you in a minute. We're not done with the filling yet though. So I have 2/3 cup of all-purpose flour. Add that. Okay. So to that filling, I had 1.5 cups of sugar, 6 eggs, 2/3 cup of lemon juice, 2 teaspoons of lemon zest, 1 teaspoon of lemon extract, 3 teaspoons of vanilla, and 2/3 cup of flour. So I'm going to move the pan over here and we're going to pour this over and put it back in the oven. Okay, here is our crust. It's just a little bit brown around the edges, but you don't want to over bake this. So I baked this for, I went a little longer, about 16 minutes. So now I'm going to take the filling. I'm just going to, I know it'll seem really thin, but I like them better thinner. Like I said, the last batch I made, I just found the crust to be a little bit too thick. And if you buy lemon bars in a bakery, you'll find that the crust is a little bit thinner, and I'm pretty sure they use a sheet pan or a bigger pan to make them. So, okay, make sure this is all nice and even. I'm gonna go back in the oven for approximately 25 to 30 minutes. This oven's a little different than my oven back home. So I'm gonna start off with 25, and then when it's done, I'll let you know how long I baked it exactly. Okay, so while that's baking, I'm going to make some glaze. There's so many ways you could garnish your lemon bars. A lot of people just use powdered sugar, like I showed you the other day with the sieve, and go around it and sprinkle it on, but I'm gonna do a glaze and drizzle it on. Very easy. I have 1 cup of powdered sugar, and then to that I'm gonna start with 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Oh, it's not wanting to come out. There we go. See how this mixes together. I think we'll have to go one more tablespoon of lemon juice. I'll use that all. So when the bars are done baking, take them out and let them cool down. And then I'm gonna drizzle the glaze over it. Thought I'd share these lemon bars with some of my cute neighbors, especially the neighbor that brought me the lemons. She was so nice to do that. So anyway, I'll be back as soon as the bars are done baking. Okay, the bars are done baking. There they are. Ooh, turned out nice. So, see if you can, sorry, there we go. They turned out really great. So one last step, but that has to cool completely before we put the glaze on. So I'll be right back. Oh, in about an hour, we'll add the finishing touches. Okay, the lemon bars have been resting for about an hour after I took them out of the oven. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add this glaze, just drizzle it on. I'm going to spread it out a little bit, and I'm going to cut them into squares and show you at the very end.